Good evening, and welcome to the tavern as I continue to paint up Kill Sound on Twitch. There we go. I do not like listening to myself. But tonight I'm going to continue painting up this little... Hey, bunny! I'll be continuing to paint up my Dice Bard from Reaper's High Rollers. I barely got him started. So, and I'm making it, I'm basing it on the Scanlan die, the D6 from the Scanlan dice set. So, how are you, bunny? Let's see. Where's my other color? Let's see. Did I... Oh, yeah, nope, they're all here. Clear Magenta. I was using Clear Magenta and the Breast Cancer Pink, which you only get in October. And they send it for free. You just finished dinner and... Oh, I gotta... Staying warm. Yeah, good luck with that. Because it is freaking cold out there and it's gonna get worse. And I can QQ because the heat at my work is not working. They're getting the part in tomorrow, of course. After it's going to be like 3 degrees in the morning when we get up and have to go to work. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm tempted to call in like, no, I'm not doing it today. But I want to save my time off for better things. Alright. So I basically mixed up a color. Oh. Darn it. You haven't placed by the cold? Well, it's going to be... Well, it's not that... I mean, you can get cold in Texas. It's not like you can't get cold in Texas. We'll say hi to him back. Hi, Kevin. I'll say, I know you can get cold in Texas because my hubby went there once and everybody laughed at him because he brought cold weather gear rather, and he was the only one that was happy because they had an ice storm. So it's possible, it does happen. Alright, what am I doing here? Oh, you know what? I know what I was gonna do. I forgot to bring... You know what? Hold that thought, bunny. I will be right back. I actually gotta go get some sparkly paint. You know where that is? That's in my... I can check and see if there's any in my closet, but I think my sparkly paint is downstairs with all the paints for the painting parties. So I'll be right back. But yeah, I said, if I recall, it was super cold there in Texas last year, too. I remember you had that storm, and that knocked out power, and it was freezing. So, I promise, I'll be right back. I can't believe I forgot to bring that up. I need sparkly paint for this. I forgot something. Forgot my sparkly paint. I want glitter paint. I suppose I could have put up the, I'll be back in a moment. coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. I've got extreme glitter paint. Whoa. That was a freaking weather fluke. And B, yeah, I guess so. But thanks, I just assume hat. I like my warm hat, my leather jacket. I need a new leather jacket. My leather jacket is, it's old. It's almost as old as many years as I've been married, so I've got some extreme glitter, because there are glittery dots in this thing. And I think what they did is they put glitter into the resin. So even though they're kind of purpley now, I think that's because they started out being clear glitter. If I can get out of the bottle. Fortunately, this glitter is suspended in liquid, so it's not going to get all over the place like glitter. Glitter is a lot of people's mortal foes. This one's being my mortal foe because I can't get out of the bottle. Oh, it's yeah, this is fun. But it's not totally dry. I can hear it. There's a big gloop of it though. Right at the front. Oh, it's a little tiny glitter. Oh, I hope I can use this. I said I shook it up. It sounded like there was usable stuff in here. This is a problem with cheap craft paint though. You can't have... I need a paper towel. And it can dry out too in the bottle. Although some of the stuff I have that's cheap craft paint I've had for like 20 years. And it hasn't dried out on me. I'm not going to run back down. I will just paint something else on this thing if I have to. But I think it's good. Once I get all the bad crap out. Now let's see what's going on. Oh God, did pencil roaches? All right. Yeah, that's liquid. All right. I haven't got all the bad stuff out, but at least I'm gonna unclog my bottle so I can pour some out at a normal rate. I don't really want to just pour it out through the open bottle or I'm gonna get way too much of it. But I said I could hear it in there. It's definitely not completely clogged. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, there it comes. Here comes some more bad stuff. There we go. So basically, this is just, it's glitter suspended in, whoops, I don't want to throw out my paint pokey stool. All right. Cyrus, hi! I'm trying to put glitter on my guy because his glitter, although the glitter I'm using is much finer than this in this. But it should still give me what I want. It says extreme glitter, so. Woo! It's pretty. I'm going to cover him. Not in the mouth, but I'll do his or her. I guess technically Dice Monsters should be they. They can be whatever you want them to be. This will dry, the white will dry clear. And I'm trying not to get it. If I do get it in the arms, I'll just try to paint over it with a thicker color. What I'm planning on doing is I want to take and I want to paint, I want to basically make kind of a wash with the purple color and go over this to make it so that the glitter still, stands out. Anything that I want to cover, if any glitter gets any spots. It's a little nervous. Trying to work around. I'm using a bigger brush too. But anywhere it might get that I don't want, then I'll take and paint it. Try to paint it solidly so that the glitter will be hidden. So you're sitting up, oh, okay, work about. Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot to change my Streamlabs, saying I'm doing the high rollers from Reaper. I remember to change the announcement. I forgot to change that. Maybe when while this glitter is drying, I will do that. Because I finished Clyde, and he's all sealed, and I'm ready for his beauty shots. I gotta get some pictures tonight. It's gotta be a Pete. Yep, that's a Pete. I'm putting glitter on this dice monster. Rawr. I'm gonna have to take the dice monster off the thing so I can see the number under here. There is indeed a number on the bottom. This will give it the proper, though. This will give it the proper glitteriness like the original die has. It's just a little smaller. All right. You foobarb. You're ready for foobarb bed, right? I will get that. All right, I will get my drink in a sec. It's good to see you. Good to see all three of you who've said hello. I actually have a lurker thing. I said I painted a stone lurker, but he's on my shelf, so I can't like go, hey, it's the lurker. That's a long shift. Blah. That's longer than I would ever want to go. And again, 8 hours is long enough for me. Oh, actually, I lied. I wouldn't mind doing 10 hours if I didn't have to work, 5 days a week. If I could do 4 days a week, that'd be great. I put my paper towel underneath my paint box. Okay. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I'm going to go to CloudBot because, like a dum-dum, I forgot to update it. I'm going to go Reaper because I want to copy the SKU of this thing. Reaper actually is a really cool little mini. So his name is Alien, the D6 High Roller. Copy the link and let's see. Where is CloudBot? CloudBot. Timers. Beanie. There's the mini. Because I said, I am happy that I finished Clyde. I love Clyde. Clyde came out so good. Ugh. Well, I hope it, so I'm going to assume you're not sick anymore, right? Pete? Pardon me while I change this. Alright, almost there. And you gotta paste it. Okay. Alright, now I got the right I get the right meaning of the right time. Alright, let's go that. I'm actually tired. I'm actually really tired too, but that's because I think so my place has had sporadic heat. It's not great when it's, 57 degrees and you walk in your office. Because something blew apparently in the motor. However, the weird thing is, it's not consistent. So like, they had to shut all the heat off on last Wednesday. So nobody had it. Except for the print room. Then they had to, hang on while I check, okay. Then it came back on. It was on all day Thursday, and then when we came in Friday, it was not on anymore. Like, what the hell? Came in today, it wasn't on. Oh, it came on at like 2:30 on Friday. Naturally, an hour and a half before I go home. And then it was on Saturday, because there was somebody who was there on Saturday. Not me. He said it was on, but it wasn't on this morning. Walking, it's 57 degrees. I'm like, you kidding me? Alright, so now I'm mixing up that purple, the magenta purple pink. Needs a little more magenta. I got purple. Let's see. Yeah, it needs a little more. Yeah, that actually, I'm going to leave it. I like it. I'm looking at like the dye. That's why I have this here. It's a model for me to use to figure out colors. And I'm gonna add a little water into it. Because I want to thin this. Because I want my sparkles to still sparkle. But I want to tint them. Much like they are in the dice, I want them to be purple. It may not work. It may not work the way I want it to. But I'm going to try it. Otherwise, it'll still sparkle. Yeah, I don't think it's covering them well enough. We'll see. We'll see what happens when it dries. If not, it's still sparkly, and that's really what I want. Unfortunately, I just don't have purple sparkles. I have these kind of greenish ones. It'll also hopefully even out the color. Even more, hopefully it'll even out the color a little bit. I wasn't... Even though the color was like... I don't know, it didn't apply very evenly. I'm not too sure why, but... Alright, I gotta let that dry because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the numbers. Yeah, I don't think they're going to change the color. But that's okay. I had to try. I've never really worked with glitter. You feel much better in the cold. The Texas heat always made me so sick, but now I be outside. Well, wait till summer. It's not, okay, you already know. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. Up here, it's not as bad as Texas is. I know you can get into the 100-degree range down there. It can hit 100 here once in a while, but once in a great while. And shoot, I meant to say goodnight to Pete. I hope I see him again soon, because I love Pete. Always make sure I have something to drink. Let's see, what do I want to do next to? I suppose I could not confuse. You know, I wonder what happened if I actually mixed the glitter in with the paint. That's right. You were here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're not wrong. Humidity is a bitch. Actually, I went to Florida, and it was just the worst. Ooh, I'm trying something else. I said I've never really worked with glitter in this capacity. Let's see what happens. I actually mixed some of the paint into my glitter. But it did make it lighter. And I'm not really trying to do that. I do want some white spots for his eyes and some of the raised areas. But I've been to Florida, a few times over my life. And yes, humidity is just, I remember waking up, because I go camping. I remember waking up one morning and it was just, I was dripping. It was absolutely the worst. Since this is a lighter color, I'm actually going to use it to do some of my highlighting. To figure out what color this guy's hair is. Super sparkly. Although, I don't know if it's weird because it's made it lighter, but I don't know if it actually is making it lighter. So I'm going to add a little white in. What, the breezes up here still feel cool to you? Well, I said, it's definitely not nearly as brutal. Texas is pretty brutal in the summer. See, there's a reason why I live where, as they say, the air hurts your face during this time of year. And that's because we don't get the tornadoes, the hurricanes. I mean, we get them, but not like the catastrophe level that other places do. We don't, we get hurricanes, but they are not nearly as bad as they are like Florida or the Carolinas. Just because the water is much colder up here. So storms tend to fall apart before they get here. add a little bit of, might be a little too much. There we go. I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll give him some the lip color. Smooth this out a little bit. His eyes are gonna stay closed. You won't miss that, I bet. I will say this, I am a weather nut. And I really would, at some point, love to go join a tornado chase team or something. I just don't want it here. You know, I don't want to see one hit my house. But I wouldn't mind going somewhere where it's not a threat to anybody. Because a lot of tornadoes actually hit in areas that don't have any population. And I wouldn't mind seeing one up close and personal. Maybe I'm crazy, but I find crazy weather to be somewhat fascinating. Okay, that's a little more restrained. I'll do some edge lining. So this is just my base color here and a little bit of white added in. Hey. Oh, nope, that's okay. These dice are not the sharpest points. You watch a a tornado stroll. I'm not 100% sure if stroll is the right I mean, maybe it is. Did it go slow enough to be considered strolling? It just sounds so casual. Now, when I was in high school, we had to pick a topic for Earth Science to do an entire semester paper for, and I picked tornadoes and hurricanes. And then that year we got Hurricane Gloria came through up at these parts, and I had so much material for my paper, because every newspaper was publishing stuff about hurricanes and things. Whoops. I'm way too high. There we go. That's better. I'm just going to soften it up a little bit. to darken it up a little bit. This purple with a little bit. I'm going to add a little black into it, actually. Oh, that needs to be stirred up. I don't know. See, I am my own vortex mixer. I need some actual pigment, not just the suspension liquid. This color should actually darken up nicely with black. All right, I want use my little pointy brush. Pointy brush. I'm definitely dropping in some shadows. I said it's not pure black because I took some pure black and added to my purple. Maybe give him a little give him some definition around his lips. You have returned! Yay! So, of course I painted this one first because, you know, out of all the, other than the Dice Guardian, because out of all the D&D classes, this one is my favorite. I love bards. So right now I'm edge lining around the eyes and the mouth. To give it some definition. And I'm gonna have to go back over the, there's a little wrinkle under his eye. And I'll probably go under his eyebrows. But he's very sparkly, like the original die. Also, if anyone actually watches Critical Role, and they will know that's totally appropriate for the character, considering the player is kind of sparkly himself. You need to paint with, well, I told you. You can paint with me soon. Although, bad news, we're all going to have to wear masks. They're not requiring masks at the Queen's Gambit. Which, okay, good for safety, but you know what? I have there's one thing that kind of stinks about having to use a mask when you're a mini painter who requires glasses, is that unfortunately, and by the way, I'm not faulting their policy at all, but unfortunately, it tends to, well, the glasses fog up. So then I can't see. But I said, mind you, I'll work around. Because right now, everybody and their brother is catching this thing. Exactly, I'll do what I must. You printed more pipes to the wife. Oh, printed more parts to your wife's doll today. Cool. That mini's gonna be really cool when it's done. Mini. That doll is gonna be really cool when it's done. So have you done any paintings since you worked on the, oh, what the heck was that thing, a Merilith? Heck. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the eye lid to go from light to dark, and the transition was too stark. That's better. I might have to try that. Do you have any with you? But you have any with you that day? That's an interesting trick, though. I might have to try that. See if I can get some. Because, I mean, I need them for other purposes too, like choir. I actually need glasses to read, so it's not just mini painting, unfortunately. So to see my music. I need to actually have glasses on. Come on, I need a happy medium to this. Managed to get it on the other side to where I'm happy with it. I may have to re-glitter this too. All right, much better. You know what? I'm going to hit it up with a little bit of glitter, because I think I painted out most of my glitter on the eyes. Definitely needs glitter on the eyes. Okay, now the lips. What color do I freaking do the lips? Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold that thought for now. Add some paint to his arms. This side's not too bad. Oh, I keep sneaking up. Red. Red? Yeah, his lips are purple. I think I want it to stand out. His. I keep saying it. I don't know if their lips are purple. I mean, their background is purple. I don't know if the red will stand out. I mean, maybe if I go... You know, it's funny. It is darker to me on what I'm seeing than what's showing up on camera. Although, what's showing up on camera is pretty close to the color of the original. Green, maybe. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I should go crazy. Or I could go like a light pink. Oh, you know, maybe I should just make it match the numbers. Because the numbers are pink. You know, the numbers are a pink color. So what I did, I started doing... Gonna have to go back over it. But I started doing numbers, and basically I took the breast cancer pink and I matched it to... I keep going on. Once again, I cannot keep this thing on camera. And I've got marks to help point out where it is. Probably going to be so sick of edge lining by the time all is said and done. Alright, I was just letting this dry a little bit because I'm going to go back to my liner color. And add some shadow between his arm. Or their arm. How do I get in there? This is how I'm going to get in there. I feel like this should be shadow down here. Actually, one other place I should edge line too is around the hat. So, Sionis, what are you working on right now? Are you finishing up your Merilith? Also, if people did not notice, I have actually launched on Twitter the Muses and Friends hashtag. That's the hashtag. The Muse and Friends mini painting challenge. And basically what it is, right now on Twitter, there's a series of polls up that people can pick. Right now it's what type of creature we're going to go for. I even have a listing for terrain. that people can vote, aberrations, humanoids. I have 16 different ones on 4 different polls. You vote for your favorite in each one. Then I take all the winners after 3 days, which will be in a couple days. And then we vote on a final one from that crew. And then I go to Reaper Minis and then pick out miniatures that are part of that type. And I'll pick out 16, hopefully. And then we vote on those, and then I make a poll with the final 4. And we pick one. And then February, we paint it up. And you post it on Twitter. Nothing. I want to get a magnifying lamp. Oh, yeah, before work on more. The only thing I'm working on now are the masks, which are really cool. And I'm going to print new minis to paint this week. Cool. And the mask is cool. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to put it right, ooh, there's a big blob on the outside of my bottle. I think I need the pokey stick. Oh, maybe not. That was some liquid. So I'm going to take it because I want to get some of that purple goodness into the pink. It does relate. I mean, if I look at the thing, the color is definitely close to this is almost like a monochromatic piece. Use the bristle side. Ooh, I think I need more. I need more color in it. Nope, I want to go magenta. Don't mind me. That's pretty close. So I use the purple, the clear magenta, and the breast cancer pink to make this color. And no, I'm not using that brush. I did finally I heard something horrible. I heard that apparently some idiot has outlawed Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes from this country. Which makes no sense because there are other Kolinsky, whatever, sable brushes that from other companies that are on sale. It feels like some sort of ridiculous protectionist BS. Because they're not sables are actually a pest. They're not an endangered species. Alright, so let's give him some pink lips. But I heard they're illegal. So hey, I've got illegal brushes. I may even go pinker than that, but that's because I don't want to match my eyes exactly. So that's my starting point. I'm gonna go lighter. This one's a tricky one. I'm still not even really sure what number it is supposed to be. I think it may be, I don't know, 6, 2, I think it's 5. 5 is what's opposite 6. It's just that the little straight edge is underneath his armpit. Where his arm comes out of the socket. On the bright side, my Monterey Jack and Reaper Jack cheese. Oh, that's right. You make cheese. Kind of envious there. I'm praying that you bring some to AAC next year. Okay, because this is so tough to get into, and I gotta go over, touch up that edge. I love cheese. Then again, who doesn't love cheese? I hope Bunny loves cheese too. So this stands out pretty good. Oh. Bunny needs all the cheese. You know what, Bunny? Oh, God. I've got to tell you, you'll appreciate this. So, on that Murder Hobo Inc. Twitch stream I'm on, and it's actually I got to appear on this particular game. They call it the soap opera. It's a friggin' campaign. Don't let them tell you it's soap opera. They don't know anything about soap opera. I'm kidding, by the way. But basically, one of the characters, she loves, like, cheese is her shtick. So he brought him to a place, because I will listen to that, even when I'm not in it. I will listen to it because it's great. And they actually had like a cheese contest. It's like my mouth was watering because the cheeses, like they were describing them, and it sounded so good. And yeah, I love a good Monterey Jack. There, that number is good pop to it now. I can really see the numbers. Of course, I'm gonna have to pop this off the base because I gotta get the bottom one without pinching my fingers. What is on the bottom? I think it's 3. Because I can kind of make it out. My stomach is making a racket, and I'm not really sure why. I had spaghetti for dinner. I mean, that's not... Speaking of cheese. Smoked Gouda. Actually, I think that's one of the players' favorite cheeses. I think she's talked about Gouda before. I think the other thing that makes me laugh is they have the Flying J. They have basically coffee places. Even flipping this thing around, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell where the heck this edge of this number is. I mean, and technically, it doesn't matter. I said, this is not a competition, but even then, who's going to be able to tell what that is under there? I guess it was smart. I should have left it off the base, but who's going to be able to see it anyways? Do a little bit more dark lighting. I could see a whole spot I missed. Well, the taste test revealed that these cheeses were not good. Oh no! Oh no! That's so sad. You know what? I have to play it. I have to play it. I gotta play it. Let's see. Where is that trombone? Here we go. Oh my god. It's a stranger from a strange land. No, from the strange land of... Well, actually, I won't say where he's from. Hi, Lore. Long time no see. I've been a very busy little painter since the last time I saw you. I've got a lot going on. Also been playing like metric time. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. You're like, well, on Wednesdays, I would imagine that on Wednesdays I'm probably not because I'm on a lot later. But yeah, I know tonight I'm on. Mondays I'm on early because I didn't want to go too late. But on Wednesdays I start at 8:30. I start way later because I do a Starfinder podcast, and we record until 8, so I can't go any earlier. And then I'm still doing the Saturday gig too. But I get it. Saturdays can be a tough day. Although I think Saturdays are my best day. So this is one of the Reaper High Rollers. I'm a big nut, as you guys probably all know. I'm a big nut of their Kickstarters. So this is the one that actually came in the Kickstarter. So it was in pieces. It was only 2 pieces. I mean, the top and the base came separately. Nowadays, I think they're all one. And that's what I'm working on. Of course, if you guys have any questions or you have anything you want to share, I do that. Oh yeah, Laura, if you ever, if you ever go and get into painting for realsies, I don't know if you've done anything. I know you're interested in it. You bought, I think you were going to buy the nativity set. I love these monsters. They're great. So, until February, you are. So if you are brave enough to share it at some point, please do. Like, if, you know, one thing I will tell you, the mini painting community, for the most part, I mean, you get the knucklehead every so often who will just friggin' say bad stuff about your work. Although I've never seen it because it's so rare. The community will absolutely come out and support you if you share your work. And if you share your work on something, I'm link friendly. Basically, you can copy and paste a link into chat, and everyone can then check out your work. I can't share the abdomen I printed for my wife's doll. It's anatomically correct. It's a guy, right? Even better. No, unfortunately, I did not put up them a mature stream, so no, you can't share that. I said, I would love to see what you end up doing. And the little pirate there as well. The thing is going to be awesome when she finishes it. Oh, did you dry already? Actually, if I'm gonna make it, the light should be. Yeah, actually, I think there's a link. There's actually a link posted to this particular one too. They're all. You can buy them separately, but they do have the whole, standard D&D set. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20. But I bought them. I'll tell you one thing: if you ever want to save money, you buy stuff and get their Kickstarters. You'll end up with 9,000. You'll end up with 9,000 minis, but you save so much on them. And then, I have, if I want to do something, if I'm running a game or whatever, and I need something, I just go to my closet of shame. Pick something out of there. And, I don't have to run out and buy it. I already have it. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I gotta paint under the eyebrow. Under the. What are these eyebrows? Which I might do. Let's see. This is pink. This is purple. Opposite color purple is yellow. This piece is not going to be totally monochromatic. I thought about it, but nah, I can't because he's got the teeth and things, and I'm not going to have pink teeth. Oh, let's see. So, at some point, I'm going to contact Reaper for a friggin' affiliate link. Let's check this out. What? Oh. Hang on. Display pics. That thing is weird. It's kind of creepy. Actually, it's a really cool. I love terrain, by the way. That's why I threw up a terrain category under the. Oh, yeah, actually, Laura, I don't know if you're on Twitter or not, but yeah, otherwise stay tuned and Oh wait, Laura. Oh my God, there's so much stuff I want to tell you. So, first of all, I have started my own personal Discord. Yeah, actually, Cyanus is on it. The perma link, the perma that is on my chat here too. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. If you are still, yeah, you still here, Laura? So I have a Discord now. Okay, so I have a Discord now, and basically it's for mini painters and gamers. Mostly it's been all mini painters, but most mini painters are gamers. But if you want to go there, you want to post your stuff. Actually, I can pick stuff off there too to put up here. Because basically, I'm just doing a display pic. Basically, I show my display. So anything I can access, it's got a picture. If you'd rather do that, then then you could join my Discord. You could post it. I have a channel for this challenge too. So basically, on Twitter, for the other part of the things that I'm up to these days, I'm doing a challenge. Wow, it came up. Anyways, so I'm doing a mini painting community challenge where right now on Twitter, I have it up. I have a vote going. I have 4 polls, and they have the different categories of monsters and people and such. So I have humanoid, for example, humanoids, aberrations. I have Cthulhu in there. And you can only have 4 on a poll, so basically I have 4 polls, and then when I get the winners of all those, then we'll do one more round, and they'll find out the type of mini. And then I'll go to Reaper Minis, pick out 16 minis, if I can find that many, in the category that wins. And then, once again, we all vote on the mini as a community. And then during the month of February, we paint them. So this month is for picking the mini and ordering it and getting it. Unless you have it, which I may. I have no idea what we're going to do. But basically, I want to try to put some sort of a compilation thread or something on Twitter with everybody's entries and share it around. And it's just for fun. It's really just for fun. So I'd love if you join us. There is a hashtag. It's the Muse and Friends. Actually, what did I call it? I have the hashtag up. Yay, War! Hello. Here, wait. I'm gonna do this. I'll wave to say hi. But yeah, please post your nativity set there too. And I have a work in progress section too. So, what did I call the hashtag? Go to my thing. The hashtag is the Muse and Friends. That's what it is. So right now we're voting on a mini, and you are most welcome to join us in painting it and voting on it if you're on Twitter. All right, let's see. Here's my car dash. Piglet is not printed. Oh, oh. Is that supposed to be someone? By the way, I love Piglet. Also, I should like that. I think it's just... Who is that? Or is that just a guy? So that's everything I'm going on, by the way. That's everything going on in my life. And by the way, obviously you can chit-chat. I've just got general chat and stuff in there too. That's the Bernie Sanders meme! I should have known. I should have freaking known that there would be somebody would have taken the Bernie Sanders meme and turned it into an STL file. Oh my God. You need to paint it though. You need to paint him with the coat. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Of course, Laura, if you ever get to my neck of the woods, we should get together and paint. If you ever can get here. You're always welcome to come visit. trying to think of how light I want to go, because I gotta get these little wrinkly things under his eyes with my detail brush here, because they're very small. All right, there we go. Trivia: how to get out to Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, how about if I actually turn this off and go back to my actual real display here. Go back to my display. Basically, I just painted the little wrinkles under his eyes. Pennsylvania's about within, it depends on what part of Pennsylvania you're at and how close you'd be here. I know it was about 10 hours to get to Pittsburgh, which is on the other side of Pennsylvania. What would happen if I I might have to mix some more color, because I'm not using a wet palette right now. I have one, but I'm not using it. But mostly because, well, I'm gonna get a new one. Mostly because I actually kind of got spoiled on like real parchment paper. Mercersburg and Gettysburg. Oh my gosh, I should know where that is. I've been by Gettysburg. I've never been to Gettysburg, actually. I've been in like Pennsylvania Dutch country. I've been a bunch of places in Pennsylvania. I've been to Hershey, which is basically Pennsylvania Dutch country. Valley Forge, South Border. Well, that could, maybe that is still in like that 10-hour range. I said, I remember driving out to, I've been to Philadelphia actually too. I remember driving out to, Pittsburgh. I'm probably crazy for trying to do this. To dark line this because it's going to take a while. Valley Forge was fun. That was a good trip. And I do really enjoy Pennsylvania Dutch country. And Hershey Park. Well, the next big trip that I'm planning on going is, hopefully we're going to Disney World for my 25th wedding anniversary, which is this year. So that's my plan. I've been saying it for 2 months. I need to plan it. I do need to plan it. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. By the way, as a note, if you do subscribe to me for an entire year, no matter Twitch or whatever, I will paint you something. It's either something from my stash with your input on what kind of mini you like, because I've got so many different things. Like, believe me, there'll be something in there for you, or I'll buy it. I don't care. As long as within reason, or you can send me something and I'll paint it for you. And I'll probably do it on stream too. But I appreciate it, believe me. And the other thing too is when I actually get a payout, I go in and one of the things I do is take some of that payout and I go and subscribe. So I try to give some back to painters in the community. Honestly, I don't do this for, I mean, yeah, I can use the money, but honestly, I don't do this for the money, obviously. I do this because I have so many minis that are unpainted. It gives me an excuse to paint my stuff. Because right now I have a lot of commission work. I have basically 2 Warhammer armies. One is like 50 figures. And the other is Eldar. Dark Eldar. That's only 20. Only 20. Yeah, exactly. See, it made me so happy when I friggin' actually did it. The other one, yeah, is Dark Eldar. Or Eldar. And that's it. That's 20. Then, oh, I didn't get, I was supposed to get some Reaper minis in today and I did not get them. Somebody was sending them because they have like all these unpainted Kickstarter minis and I'm going to paint them up in pieces here and there in between all this army stuff. And I thought I was supposed to get them today, and I don't believe I saw a package. So that's where I'm at right now. I just finished 2 Hero Forge minis and turned them in today, so yay for that. So yeah, I've been busy. I'm not going to do the bottom, that's just... ugh. So, but mostly I said I sort of all miss the convention experience too, where I work and people would come by and chit chat with me and such, and this sort of feels like that, if it makes sense. All right. He needs some teeth. I think I'm just going to go with like aged bone. It's an off-white. I don't want to make super white teeth. That would just look weird. There we go. Pokey stick. I call it a multi-tool because you can sculpt with it too. You don't want to make teeth and eyes bright white or it looks a little unnatural. So you want to stick to off-white. I may actually do some lighter highlights on this. Also gonna leave little gaps between his teeth. There we go. I don't even know where his teeth are. I saw one gap on the entire thing. So, there we go. It's perfectly fine to make stuff up. I believe we call it paint plastic surgery. Take a little polish bone, which is the highlight of that. Oop. No, I didn't take that much. Paint down towards the bottoms. There we go. I'm getting nitpicky. Because I looked at this, I'm like, doesn't quite go up enough for my liking. And I'm actually meant to come back to this. Lighten up the top of the lip. All right. So as I look to all my colors, they're sitting here. It's not all of them. I've got a bunch of boxes too down here. Because I love their paints. What do I want to do? What do I want to do for that hair? I mean, maybe I'll make it like light brown. I was thinking of making a blonde, but I think I want to go darker than that. Maybe like a sandy blonde. Well, let me look at the blonde. That's brown skin. I got my paint box here, blonde hair. Maybe I will use this, but let's see what else I got here. Oh, that's gold. I don't want gold. Gold would be bad. Let's see what Griffin Golden Brown looks like. Golden Brown, I think, will be nice. If I can find a place on my palette, on my little thing here, I can put the color. Starting to run out of room. I was talking about on Saturday the neat things you could probably do with this set and with Clyde, the Dice Guardian, who's not part of the set. He's the one from Madith Productions. Where he 3D prints them. I was like, you can mount them all to like a dice tower or something, and that'd be cool. I go, Sally, I like to roll my own dice, so I probably won't be doing that. Okay, that's bugging me. There's like a dark spot right there. And one right there. Alright. Whoops. Water's over here tonight. I do this. I'll go back and nitpick at things. I think most painters do. They go back and they nitpick at things that they already did. Alright, so now I gotta find a color between Griffin Golden Brown and blonde hair. Or, you know, I can just cheat and mix the two together. Which maybe I'll do that. No, I don't have a 3D printer. And Cyrus there, he actually does, he's been sending me stuff that's 3D printed, so. Oh, I took the little mini palette and it's actually hooked over my, I have the big high roller pirate that I got for ReaperCon in their bundle. But no, I haven't done any 3D printing. I'm actually interested in it. For obvious reasons. There's so many cool STLs out there. How about you, Laura? You may send me a printer. As long as it's a good printer for minis, I'm all for it. I don't think I want to do terrain. I mean, I guess I've heard there's good printers for minis and there's good printers for terrain, but they really aren't the same thing. It makes sense. Ooh. So wait, well, oh, so you are doing, so you were actually 3D printing lore. Well, friggin' cool. I have a 3D, if you did not look through the whole thing, I will tell you right now, there is a 3D printed section in the Discord, so you can print out you can actually get pictures and show people what you do. That's right, yeah. Resin for minis, FDM for terrain. Alright, so I want to ask, what do you guys like for printers? What is your printer of choice? I'm just curious. I guess I won't buy my own printer if Cyrus sends me one. I don't... My biggest problem is I have to figure out where I put it. Probably by my window, where my Christmas tree was, which means during the month of December there will be no 3D printing. Because I will have my Christmas tree up in my office. Or I'll just have to move it. I love this guy so much. And I say that because I really love, I'm not gushing over my work here. I love this guy because I love this sculpt. I really love the sculpt. It's so adorable. Oh my god, it's so cute. Reaper makes the best stuff. They really do. Anycubic Chiron from my large FDM. Anycubic Photon. So you like the Anycubics. Now, have you had... Oh, Elegoo Saturn. Okay, so I have a footsie and under 3/4. These are like, you guys like have, I think, hit every major 3D printing that I know of. I believe my friend Chris at CG Mini Painting has an Elegoo Mars. And he really likes it. Of course, I've heard lots of good things about the Anycubic Photons. But the one thing I have heard, though, is that good luck trying to ever get somebody at get a customer service person at Anycubic. So if you break something, you're SOL. Saturn is a resin, the Endar is an FDM. Well, yeah, so then, you'll be all set. You'll have both. I mean, maybe I'll get both so I can do terrain. But, of course, I believe Saturn has said 3D printing is all its own hobby. The biggest thing is whether I would have time to do that and keep up with the. I imagine. I mean, I imagine I would, because there is a lot of things that you put them on there and you can't really do anything, and until it's done printing. It's not like you babysit it, right? To Tron X, I've never actually heard of them. At Flash Forge, a modern price printer. Oh my God. Jeez, man. I mean, your wife hasn't divorced you yet? By the way, I jokingly said that. Yeah, oh, by the way, Zal actually bought a house and he's living about a half hour north. So, oh, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say the joke is that I've bought so many Reaper Kickstarter minis that I had to have them move out just to move all the minis in. It's not true. I would have made it work, but having this office certainly, or studio certainly, I think it makes a big difference. Oh, cool. By the way, that's another thing too. If you like working on projects and you've got games, I have a game section there too. Although I don't want, I think, for board games. No divorce yet. Yeah, well, that's true. You do print stuff for her, and you know what? She's obviously a very understanding wife. Like, I've got a very understanding husband. That would be, by the Lord, that's his wife. Why haven't you have not divorced him, even though he's bought all these printers? I guess he's bribing you with stuff. Well, you know, that's actually how I do it with my hubby. So I get like all the stuff I want from the Kickstarters, but then I buy him stuff. So like Cthulhu, the Cthulhu I painted, and anything that's related with Cthulhu, that's all like I do it all for him. Although right now, Great Cthulhu is sitting in my office. He promised me a kitten next time he gets another. There you go. The problem is, I would love to have that kind of. I would love to be able to say that to him. He's got to suck up his allergies and let me get a cat. But sadly, I don't have anything on. He originally was comic books with him, but no, I'm sorry. The mini habit is overtaken the comic books. Oh, God. Hey, look at that! He's talking about getting another printer. You're in trouble. Okay. I think that's his face. Alright, that's his face. Now, as I said, it's funny. He's got like Mickey Mouse gloved hands. I don't think I'm going to do white. I don't want to do white. I'm looking, by the way, it's up. He's got Mickey Mouse hands. I don't know. But I don't think I want to go white. I could. I think I'm going to stay. I'm going to go with I'm going to do leather brown boots. Let's see if I can find my leather. Take the bag off here that's got all my colors for the Warhammer mini I'm doing. Leather brown. All right, I'll use the Reaper leather brown. If anyone needs you, yeah. How do you? All right, so do you have a whole room that you just devoted to printers? Inquiring minds want to know. It's funny, it's I jokingly say about my closet of shame, but truth be told is I do actually still have room in that closet. It's not as bad as one would think. Makes place like I did. My daughter doesn't. What? You did not. It's our living room at the moment. We need a bigger. See, yeah, that's the problem when you get into these hobbies. When you get into the hobbies, you find you start needing bigger houses to store everything in. I jokingly said, at one point on one of Reaper's chats, I literally said, so when are you going to sell a bones, like a bone shed where you can put all your minis in and store them outside your house? I need that. 3 of the small printers are in my daughter's room. She uses them. Well, good. I'm glad she uses them. But you better allow her to use them. So now I'm using my really crappy deceased brush because I got super glue on it. Don't judge me. Someone actually said that I forget, they're professional craftsperson artist, and they managed to glue a set of scissors to clothes. I go, well, I glue myself to my minis all the time. In this case, I somehow managed to get glue on my really good brush, and now it's not a good brush anymore, which makes me sad. And then to find out I'm not going to be able to get my favorite brush anymore. I'm so mad. I hope that, I keep hoping that was not true, but that Winsor Newtons are outlawed. Why? Because a non-threatened species, you have to kill a pest, basically, to get the fur. And apparently it's only valid if you're English. This is when I sort of have, I looked at this and didn't think this through. I probably should have left him off the base. But then again, if I don't put him on the base, I can't put him in this holder. It doesn't really stand up very well. As I said, it's for me though. I mean, these minis are for me. I don't think I'm going to enter them in any contests. If I do that, I'm going to paint something with the specific purpose of it as a competition mini. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do with this, come to think of it. Oh, I will hydrate. Hey! How do you correct uneven paint on a figure? That's the one thing. I hate to say it. Sand it off. Sand it down, sand it off if it's that uneven. It's the only time I will literally try to take paint off a mini is if I get something really uneven. Also, make sure that when you are putting paint on, make sure that it has good flow. So if you're using craft paint, thin it a bit because otherwise it just tends to come out too thick. Flow is like so important in paint. It's one reason why I like the Reaper stuff, because it does have good flow to it. It goes on smooth. But yeah, I've actually had that issue, and that's the one time I've ever taken paint off a mini. I've never completely stripped a mini down, but usually what happens is it's when I'm working on the eyes, because we all know eyes suck. Eyes are just there. I mean, I figured out how to make them work so they're not ridiculous. They're not hard or as hard. But I've had a lot of practice doing them, so I've made it now harder for myself with the way, but I really like the way they come out. But I have it the easy way, which is basically paint the eyes first. But there have been times where I just keep not liking the way it comes out, and I put more and more paint on, and it comes out uneven. And I'm like, well, damn it. So then I basically go and scrape it all off. I use, believe it or not, the Paint Pokies tool, especially if it's like a metal mini, and I just it just scrapes the paint right off. And then I'll take and I'll find some paint on primer and I'll just paint that area. I do not like starting over completely, so. Alright, so, oh, I put my, that's right, I threw my washes in the bag of stuff. Oh, Bebop Chan saw that! I gotta go get it. It's like right here. It's just out of reach though. Oh, if I can get out of my chair gets hung up. Yeah, I've got to get up. I'm not quite that close. I put that back. It was a Santa hat, but I put that back. What time is it? It's 8:43. Okay, so about 9 o'clock. Unless you're paying attention. My thing so I can hear in case anyone does anything. Alright. So I was reaching for this because I'm going to grab one of my washes. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's cool. It is a little, I love the fact you just lean right into it. It is a little out of focus, but that is fine. We get the idea. That looks like something, yeah, that looks like something right out of Warhammer. Oh, I put the wrong color paint in here. I don't want Seraphim Sepia, I want Agric Circshade. This is all for, speaking of Warhammer, all this stuff in the bag and such. That's cool. Oh, excuse me. That's all paints from my, the chaplain on the bike. And I want to use some Agric Circshade on the the bone white bits, which is a helmet and one of his pauldron. Well, actually, I'm not going to do it on the pauldron. But I'm going to do it on his face, probably. Yes, you even want to shake washes, from what I heard. So I shake my washes now. So now I'm going to wash his boots. That's a little much, so I'm going to try to pick up a bit of it. I do like the dark stuff in those creases there. Not so much cracks, but creases. Also am trying to darken up that leather just a hair. I like the base color. Oh no! I missed a spot. It's funny, when I turn it a certain way, it doesn't look like I missed the spot, but when I flip it back this way, I can definitely tell I missed a spot. I'm gonna get that out. So now I gotta let that dry. Oh, how would make up for washes? I mean, I don't know if I do well, I mean, have to be a makeup brush, I'd say, like this. I think you still want something with a bit. I like this is okay. This is a personal opinion here. I like something that's like a traditional paintbrush. And actually, I do like the thing about sable is sable really holds water well. So and paint well. So I like this. I feel like makeup brushes are really good as dry brushes more than wash brushes. But you know what? Try it. I've never tried one. I mean, and there are some makeup brushes that are like paint brushes. So to me, it's find something like that. But I like this because it holds the moisture really well. And that's what you want to carry. You want to carry the moisture. You know, make sure you carry the paint over it doesn't dry. That's also why, too, you know, there is such a thing as brushes that are too small. So I know there are 20-aught brushes. In fact, I own one because it came in the Reaper bundle there for ReaperCon, the swag box. But I don't really, per se, like it because there's just not enough bristles to hold the paint or to grab enough of the paint. That's what I want to say. To keep it from drying out super fast. Probably wasn't completely. It's close to dry. That'll be alright. Okay, gonna let that dry. He's so purple. I love him. I had to make said purple's my favorite color and Bard is my favorite class. So I had to make the D6 purple. And it didn't help, didn't hurt that I got this it said the Scanlan die set from Critical Role for Christmas. I love purple. So this was like an Anna of Bard. So this was a natural red gloves. I just don't know red with I don't know. I mean, all right, the hat'll be like. I mean, it is analogous. It technically would work. But just whether or not I feel like it's too close. And of course, there's like 9 million shades of red. That's not red. I mean, hell, I can make it. I can make it red. I mean, this is red. It's deep red. See, I don't know if I like blood red. None of those. Fire red might be okay. Dark magenta. But that's still. I was gonna try to get away from being quite so. I mean, this is not. See, this is actually magenta. But I was going to try to get away from being quite so analogous. Of course, who can tell? Are your monitors all calibrated? No, my camera's not color calibrated. No, blood red. Blood red is dark. Tends to be darker. It's like, I mean, this is basically. Alright. Chum red, which is sort of a blood red. Then blood red. And then you have fire red, which is probably more going towards orange. You can see this fire red is actually the brightest one here. These two are definitely darker. Blood tends to be fairly dark. I've cut myself enough times, I know. Also, the other thing too is a lot of times when I paint something, I will start with the darkest color first. I'll always start with the shadows and work upwards to the lights. It makes it a lot easier. one thing when you paint, I don't know what you've decided. Now, first of all, anything I say, okay, if it doesn't work for you, ignore it. Do what works for you. But most of us have found that you work from the inside out. So you work from the recesses out, which means that when you're painting in recesses, you're going to paint darker colors in there because that's your shadows. So usually when I pick a color first, I pick a shadow color. Although, like, I didn't so much on the dye part. I basically picked the mid-tone, and then the shadow really is only some of the lining I did here. And I might do the same on the gloves. I mean, I just don't know. I was thinking about, see, as I said, I was thinking Mickey Mouse, so, like, maybe not white, stark white gloves, but, you know, like, totally like Mickey Mouse, but I'm going to try it. I will try it. I mean, I take suggestions here, but if I don't like it, I'm switching it. You know what's nice about painting minis? You can paint over most anything you do wrong or you don't like. So I don't know. Bone white. Well, yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking maybe bone white. But now you have me curious and whether or not I like this. So I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna start it. So I will show you the trouble with bones, as much as I like bones, and I don't prime them. So you probably saw it there. If you saw it there, it is starting to beat up because it's got a lot of water content in this paint. But you just kind of keep working at it, and it'll stick. Also, don't be so lazy like me. I didn't wash these. I never wash them, and I know I should because the mold release actually makes it worse. But I just work with it until it covers. And you see, it is covering. And it's going on smoothly too, so. By the way, if you want to prime bones, I'm not going to be the bad guy says don't prime bones. Just don't insist that I always have to prime bones or any mini, because I'll tell you, you can take that opinion and shove it. But if you want to prime, that's fine. If you found a way to do it, that's more power to you. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Kinda, yeah, huh? Actually, I'm looking on, so I have Twitch going basically, so I can see, so I can basically see what you guys see. It's a reminder to me to friggin' get my Camp Mini on screen, too. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm taking the red. I like red, too. I mean, look, I'm wearing red. I'm gonna go with the bone white. It's okay. You know what? As I said, I want to try stuff that you guys suggest, and whether or not I think it's going to work or not. Because you know what? One thing I've always wanted to do is sort of push my colors a little more. Maybe be a little more outrageous, break some rules. But, I'll start with aged bone. Basically, I'm making it what it made his teeth color. Alright, I'll let that dry. I think... Yeah, because I think I want to go off-white and not necessarily, like tan. Because I've already got... Probably gonna... I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do that hat. I was thinking of doing it once again like a light tan and stuff, but I don't know. I might want to do it a color. I could do it a green. I mean, we talked about that for his lips, but I think I like this, what I did for his lips. Also gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the lip. What? Oh my god, I just realized something. I started at 7. It's actually 9 o'clock. You know what? I'm gonna go over. If you guys hang out, I will stay on here for a little bit longer. Because I, like, don't really have a life. And I want to fix this. So you get bonus time. I've been doing more and more bonus time. Plus I gotta figure out if I want to raid anybody. Well, if I want to go long enough, I can actually raid Gareth. Gareth is on at the same time he usually is on Wednesday nights. He's on at 10:30 Eastern. And actually he's painting something really cool. It's I think it's some sort of a dwarf. I want to say it's for Hero Quest. Why am I using this rinky-dink brush? Oh, of course I can't keep it on screen. But I do want to work on my Space Marine I've been working on. Get some more done on him. Because I got so many of those things to do. Although this one's fun because it's the only one I'm doing of this entire set. I found I'm the worst at lore. I'm terrible at Warhammer lore. Because he's so, I need 2 Terminators. And I'm like, what the hell is a Terminator? There's none on the list you gave me. Maybe he's one of the 9 infantry you added on to the list of minis I had to do for you. Which I think is what's the case. So maybe next time I'll have this guy done. Alright, let's see if this will cover. I may need a couple of coats. It's covered pretty good now. Things that usually have a lot of white in it are fairly opaque. Whites are fairly opaque. I mean, I'm in the printing industry, as I've mentioned, and one of the things I will say is white is opaque. The white inks that we use are opaque too, so yeah, that covered pretty well. Oh, I did not bang. I thought I banged the side of the die with my wet brush. I did not. Small brush. New small brush. So I think that is better. If I can work some red into it, I will. I might try this. I might try to do something for that hat. Or the feather. I could paint the feather red. That might be cool. Alright, I'm gonna do a little more work on these boots. Go back and bring back some of my original color. One thing I really enjoy painting, and I've said it before on here, is I really enjoy painting like clothes or anything with folds in it. I think you can get some really effective results really, really easily. Yeah, and the funny thing is I only started before tonight. I only had a half hour on him. So, oh Lord, here's what I did before. Here's the Dice Guardian. This is not a Reaper though, mind you. But this is Clyde, the Dice Guardian. He's all set. I'm debating if I'm going to put him on something with the rest of these guys, or I'm also love to build something for him. Actually, I'm going to take this off. Ha ha ha. No one, don't believe anybody renewed it. Hee hee. Stick that in my things. So yeah, so here's Clyde. I'm really happy. So apparently this part's a dice bag. I mean, I painted this as a metallic. I thought, I know I've, I shared it somewhere. I know that. Maybe it was just Twitter. So yeah, but this is really cool. He's got a dice bag. I said I painted this metal, but it's probably just the edge of the, something rolled over in the dice bag. But I thought it looked, I like the fact he looks kind of industrial. So he's going to sit there and bless my dice. I'm thinking about trying to put him on something that's up high. Get that idea because I had him on this thing. He was up high, and he's just looking over my dice rolling tray I have up here. So I was like, that's what I need to do. Oh, I did give him some hands, by the way. I did not give him the other day. I saw that after the stream was over. I'm like, well, crap. I was going to give him hands. Nice, good hands. Alright, I'm going to keep working on the shoes. So right now I'm actually taking a little bit of the polished bone, which is the lightest of the bone colors, and I'm mixing it in to my yeah, you can share a picture in Discord, by the way. Well, I'm not, you need permission from me to share pictures in Discord. So now I'm just going to hit the high areas of his shoes. Where I think the light's hitting. Go. Okay. Well, I always love to have a little highlight like that on the edge of his shoes. Oh, I'm gonna work it in. Maybe a little bit there. Oh, by the way, Laura, how cold is it out west there? Because it's going to be darn cold here tonight. Or tomorrow morning when we get up. Assuming you're still out where it's -2. Oh. Oh boy. Nothing like that kind of crazy extremes. That's fun. So, oh, that's good. Usually you get quite a bit of snow out there. We actually have had like one snowstorm here last week. Last Friday. Otherwise, we haven't had diddly squat. All I know is I was really happy they took my Christmas lights in when I did. There. I think his shoes are... I'm going to go back over that. Oh my lord. You know, I always... Tell you, that's another reason why I'm glad I live where I do. We don't get the wildfires like you do out west. Oh my gosh. I mean, I have relatives out in California, And I mean, it's great when you're hearing, and I don't, obviously, I mean this totally facetiously, real great when you hear about the fact they can see the friggin' smoke from a nearby wildfire threatening their house. And I just sit there and think, I'm really glad I live in New England. I'm so glad I live in Massachusetts. Because we don't said we do get brush fires, but it's not the same thing. No, we don't get we may get the occasional tornado and hurricane, but we don't get them at the levels like you do in, I can't even really say Texas anymore. Although Texas, obviously it still happens there. It seems like the worst ones are all like in Tennessee, Kentucky, the Carolinas. Alabama. It's like Tornado Alley has moved. Still debating if I like this on his, if I like this much. I want to retire someday so I can go to Florida in the winter and leave the whole winter thing behind too. You know what? I'm going to go back to the aggro search. I'm going to try it. I'm not super happy with this. Sometimes I find the shadings can really tie everything together. It's just, they're very translucent, so I mean, the colors underneath it will definitely show. Alright, I like that better. Definitely like that better. Okay. I'm thinking actually I might use hands with this too. Oh no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn his hands. I don't want to make his hands brownish. Alright, where's... I get paints all over the place now. I always do. I always take out a bunch of paint. Take the polished bone. Should be just a shade lighter than the color I used already. So I may go back and try to do some dark lining in some of the spots that are you know, like these lines. But I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. But I am going to highlight the hands here. Then I think I'm going to call it a night. And sit and ponder what color I'm going to make his hat. I'm thinking there's going to be a red feather involved. Maybe. We'll see. I mostly use, it's more like, it's, oh, I do, well, okay, so I do have a paint holder, but it's full. I use, most of the paints I use are Reaper paints. I do have, so I use Reaper, which are these? I have Games Workshop, because, especially when I'm doing Games Workshop armies, it really does kind of help to use their paints. I also have some P3. I have some Army Painter. I do have a paint rack right next to me that no one can see. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Let me switch this to the screen so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. So there's my paint rack. There's me. So that's what I get, but it's full. Now, basically, the colors are on the paint rack. That's only a part of it. I also have 3 of these boxes full of paints. This one was their holiday paint set. And I also have the full line of the Pathfinder paints because, you know, entering their showcase when they had ReaperCon, online, you know, obviously everything got canceled during the pandemic, so they moved the convention. Basically, the company makes the paint and the minis. They have a convention every year, and I don't know if you picked up fact, I did go to it this year because it was in person this past year. But the year before, I said it wasn't, and they did a showcase where you could enter whatever you wanted to. I mean, I don't even think they had to be Reaper minis because they're cool like that. And you could enter it on Twitter and Instagram and, you know, Facebook, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, and Discord, on their convention Discord. And then they had their staff pick out, like, each person got to pick out like 10 things they liked. And every time you get something picked, I think it was like $25 or something like that. So I figured, optimistically, maybe I'd walk away with like $50. I walked away, it was well over 100. I think it was like, it was well over $100. And I was like, wow, what am I going to do? And I have money because I actually painted a couple of pirates for a game they did on their stream. It was really exciting, but I got to see it. Because they had a D&D game and they needed minis, and they went to the community, but they also comped you, like, they gave you like $25 a mini, which was nice. So I had that, and I had a mystery money just show up. I have no idea where. And I had a few other things. So I had enough money to buy the entire set of those paints. It's like $200 to get the whole thing, because they're like $100 a piece. But you get a whole bunch of colors. So paint's not cheap. But the ones that are all in this rack over here to my right, they're all like basically convention colors, fast palettes, things that come in smaller boxes and special colors. And so I just took them all out and stuck them all in there. And, well, I have more paints like that than I have room on the rack. So I have some of them like on the table, like going next to the rack, which is where I have those reds and such. But so yeah, I have a whole bunch, and then I store a bunch in my. I have a art bin. One of these. I was gonna say, if you went to college with an art major, you probably have seen these. Oh, this came back. This is a relic from back then. This is full of paint too. This is what I travel with. You know, I go to work. Well, actually, right now I haven't been taking it to work because I basically have that paper bag full of just the colors I need. It's when I want options, then I'll bring that and I'll change colors in and out of that thing so I can, you know, basically carry it with me. So, oh, let me finish. Let me finish what I was doing. I'm pretty much almost finished with what I'm doing here. Which is probably going to include, yeah, blend that in a little bit. Let's say this. Reaper does have Triads of Paint. So basically they have 3 colors that are related. The one thing I noticed is like the flesh tones are pretty close together, but some of these triads, there's a definite jump between colors. And I think there's a bit of a jump here. Which means you're going to have to kind of blend them. So you can mix them together to blend them in. You can try frick, what's it? Damn it, I'm forgetting the technique name. You can wet blend. That's what I think it is. Basically, you put 2 colors on that are both wet and you smoosh them around. As I said, whatever works for you. Actually, I learned a technique at ReaperCon where you actually take and you put down a, what's this stuff called? A drying retarder. You actually put that on and then you paint over it with your colors, and the drying retarder will blend them in together. I thought that was it's a neat solution. Taught by one of my favorite painters of all time, too. That was my obligatory. I have to take a class with Rhonda Bender. She is one of the best painters out there, so. If you don't know who she is, look up Bird with a Brush. And then just be prepared to be wowed because her work is incredible. And she is super, super, super nice. One of the nicest people I know. And I met at the con. We hit it off. Needless to say, I'm sorry she doesn't live around here. Because I'd love nothing more than to hang out and just paint with her. And just learn from her. Actually, a little more. She does a stream on Reaper's actual rotation called Beyond the Kick. She actually wrote all the instructions for the Learn to Paint kits. So, kind of thing about Laura, if you want to learn, you want a good place to start to. I mean, you jumped right into the Nativity set, which I'm really excited about. But if you ever want to go back and get a bunch of colors of paint, some minis and such, well, Reaper's Learn to Paint kits are a pretty good budget-friendly thing, actually, to do. I've so advocate for those. I said I've got to get a friggin' affiliate link to stick up here so that people could just order from me telling them, hey, you should go order this. It's hard to, though I will say it's actually hard to get rewards from it. I don't care. I want to be their shill. All right, guys. I think I've had enough for tonight. I will be back on Wednesday. It's not, believe me, it's not hard. They will basically affiliate anybody that asks that they know is a streamer. I mean, so, yeah. I mean, it's not hard. It's just a matter of, I gotta write Mr. Michael Collins. I gotta write him. The other thing I gotta write, too, is I gotta write Mr. Ed Pugh? Oh my god, I love them both, by the way. The brothers who own Reaper. They're nice people. Great people. Oh, okay. I think we'll paint the well-dressed man who's the big bad guy of my current campaign. He was a third NPC from many years ago who stuck around to be a major villain. I love it! Oh my god, I love it when that happens. You know, I know Laura will know who I'm talking about. Zal, as I said, or my buddy DJ. He once made a PC that his intention would eventually become the villain of the entire campaign. Unfortunately, they didn't play long enough for that to happen, but he had everything in the works to do it. So anyways, all right, so as I said, I'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So maybe you can join me, War. So now that you have you can play with the emotes and stuff too, and well, I hope I see you. I mean, because I enjoyed chatting with you, and I'll be doing more work on this guy. In fact, I'm going to try to finish it. And don't forget, I'm also on Saturdays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, which I know is like morning for you. But I said it'd be great to see you. I enjoy chatting with people, so the more the merrier. Monday nights is funny. Some nights sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. I got my Wednesdays are like that. The only day that seems to be fairly consistent is Saturdays. But even then, the holiday season people were busy, so I think I'm just gonna end stream. I mean, I could go raid somebody. I don't know if Bunny is still around, because I'd be so tempted to go raid Blam. Ooh, that'd be exciting. I will definitely see you on Wednesday. I'll be here on Wednesday. You have a great night, guys. I'm just gonna end stream. And then I will come back probably when Gareth comes on in about an hour. So have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope I see you on Wednesday, and where I hopefully will try to finish this guy. Have a great night. Bye.